Hi there, and welcome to the Call to Cinema. I am Aaron, and tonight we are doing an unboxing from a good friend of mine. And I should probably let him know because I'm not sure if he's on. I don't think he's on my Twitter. And hopefully, we'll get some people to come in here tonight because I'm in a bit earlier than I normally come in, and I'm doing it in a different place again because I'm really enjoying what we're doing right now with this. So I got my live chat up, and hopefully some of you guys actually come in tonight because if you don't, you're going to miss a really good unboxing. And for that, I have to say thank you, George, because you're the reason this unboxing is getting done tonight. Hey there, Cinematic Collector. You're the first person in here. Welcome, man. Hey there, Richard. Hey, Matt. For Your Eyes Only rolling. Good movie. I actually really like For Your Eyes Only. I saw that in the theater back in the day. I am really enjoying the new look here. All right, so I do I have to sign in the chat. Say something here. So I have to open chat in a browser. Okay, so let me do this right now. So hopefully you guys can see me. Okay, so all right. Okay. So there you go. Hopefully that explains everything. So I can actually oh, wow, I like this actually. So I can see your messages. I can see your messages here. Hopefully you guys can see them good on the side of the screen. For those that don't know, try not to use the super chat now. There's a donation link down below in the description box. And when you do that, your name rolls across the screen like the ones you see there last night, and it goes in the tip jar. Anyway, so hey there, Dave. Hey, Alan. So what I'm doing right now is I'm unboxing something. It is a glass at the bottom. That's the tip jar. You get to choose from all kinds of different looking ones, which is really kind of cool, Warlock. Um, George, you've seen on here many times who has his own channel, which by the way you should check out, and we'll be putting in the description thing down below once everything processes here. Um, Sent me a really hey there, George, the indicator guy, sent me an amazing gift, and I did because some of the plastic was taken off. I did hey there, Jesse. I did unbox it, so but I haven't actually looked on the inside of it yet. So we're going to do that now, and we are going to do that together. And I'm actually really excited with this to the point where I was trying to decide what how I was going to do my collection for 2021. And man, can you believe it? We're almost at 2021. Um, and one of the things I thought about is, well, indicator and arrow. I'd like to get more indicator and arrow in 2021. So thank you, George, because this is a really good start. And let's look at this. Yeah, Shadow, I got a new setup here. What do you think, man? I'm slowly getting it straightened away. Uh, I got I've got the counter and I've got the thing on the screen. Uh, got the donation button and the tip jar, so I'm all set. Like my Christmas was, I'm not gonna Christmas. I got to be with my better half, talk to my kids. That was fantastic. Other things were not as brilliantly well done. All right, let's look into the set because it is a glorious set. So this is the William Grefe set. He came from the swamp. Now for those that don't have this, and I got no my good friend Brian Sauer actually like swears by this set. This is his jam. And thank you again so much, George, because this is amazing. uh, Now, for a lot of people, when they think of William Grefe, if they don't have the set, for instance, they probably remember him from the movie Stanley. So Stanley was a movie about a guy. It was kind of like Ben, except with snakes. Uh, the tip jar shouldn't pause the video. Let me know if it pauses the video for anybody else. So I'll just click on it right here and do this. There we go. Still there. Can't pause the video. It looks amazing. I'm gonna like dive into this with you guys right now in a second. So for those that don't know what Stanley is, it was a like I said before, Ben but with snakes instead, and he went back to the well on this one uh, as well. So so let's go right into these right away because I'm kind of curious about some of these here. So they've done these with these kind of really cool slimline boxes. So this is Sting of Death, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, Curse of Tartu is on the other side. So Sting of Death, by the way, is a movie about a half man, half jellyfish kind of creature. Yeah, the link is under the name there, thankfully. So I told my better half to come in every once in a while, so to like kind of put in the link in the comment section for people that are interested in it. So first off is one thing I noticed, and I didn't know that this was being put out by Arrow, but I guess it is. So the one that I got is True Romance. Now, for all I know, this may I'm so far behind on my Arrow stuff that this may have already been released. So has True Romance been released yet? It is a fantastically bad monster costume in all the best ways. So, and every one of these has a alternate artwork apparently. So we'll look at the alternate art right here. I'm hoping you guys can see that because I cannot see what I'm doing quite yet. I'm getting used to the camera. Anywho, but yeah, I was surprised. I didn't know that True Romance was being put out by Arrow Video. So that was a surprise to me. You guys probably knew already. Uh, anyway, features wise on this one here, we got a brand new 2K restoration of both of the films from the original film elements, original uncompressed mono audio, archival audio commentaries for both films with William Grefe. Oh, nice, and filmmaker Frank Henenlotter. Frank Henenlotter makes anything better. He really does. He's a really great commentator. Brand new introductions to the films with William Grefe, Beyond the Movie, Monsters a Go-Go, looking into the history of rock and roll monster movies. Oh, nice. With author historian C. Courtney Joyner. And for those that didn't see my review on the Hammer Ultimate box set the Mill Creek put out, yeah, Middle of a Media, different format. I'm going with an OBS Streamlabs right now. Do you like it? I wasn't sure, like, but I got a lot of like really positive response when I did this video yesterday. And I had a ton of people like saying that they like this format. So I'll be doing it in different areas. Like right now, I'm doing it for right here, but I'll be doing it like downstairs, and I'll be putting in like backgrounds and stuff down the road. But I'm kind of just playing with it tonight, and I wanted to do this one here because George got me the most amazing present. So for those that know, yeah, C. Courtney Joyner did like special features and stuff for the Hammer box set that Mill Creek put out, and he's really good with the stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. The Curious Case of Dr. Travaux, Spook Show Extraordinaire, a ghoulish look into the early Spook Show days with monster maker Doug Hobart. So that's really interesting. Original trailers, reversible sleeve with newly commissioned art by the Twins of Evil. So incredibly well done. We're looking at Middle of the Media. He came from the Swamp William Greffy box set, got for me by George, and which I am externally grateful for. There's like a book, and I think there's a poster and everything to look at here too. So we're going to leave this one out for right now because we're going to put it back in the end. Hey there, Chris. Welcome, man. You all right? So this here is what do we got in this one? The Hook generation. So this is more psychedelic, kind of like drugs, the generation one. And on the inside of this one, because this is awesome, and I saw the trailer of this one. This movie was started filming, making this one in 1971, and apparently it didn't come out till 2001. Taboo 4 definitely is one of the best deals. I would recommend that one, man. It completes the Taboo quadrology. Hey there, Rejects. Welcome, man. I got your message. I didn't get a chance to respond to you, but thank you so much, by the way. And thank you so much for coming in and helping out yesterday. I was watching one of your videos last night, by the way. Hey there, Dungeon. Welcome, man. So, feature wise on this one, what do we got? We got brand new 2K restoration of both the films again, archival audio commentary with William Grefe and filmmaker Frank Henenlotter, brand new introductions for the films by the director. Okay, this is going to be cool. Behind the movie, that's drug exploitation, a look inside counterculture films that inspired the Hook generation with author, film historian Chris Poggiali. Beyond the movie, the ultimate road trip, the story behind the psychedelic priest, the Hook generation behind the scenes footage, the Hook generation still gallery, and reversible sleeve with newly commissioned artwork by the Twins of Evil. So we saw the artwork already. And by the way, the art is fantastic here. This got to be, I would consider this officially. Actually, I was going to get into that afterwards, Warlock, the January the 1st thing. That this is the unofficial like American Horror Project Volume 3. It's just done with one director. So for anybody that's been getting those like regional horror sets, I haven't watched any of it yet. Trash. I just got it today. I love the cover for this one. So you guys know I'm a huge Rita Hayworth fan. So this one here, The Naked Zoo, actually has Rita Hayworth in it. One of her, I think it's one of her last roles. And there's a ton of features on there. So there's two movies. What? Okay, no, there's two versions. Okay, there's Mako. Ah, yes. This one I know well. Mako Jaws of Death. That one is kind of like Stanley in the way that it's basically it's about a guy that's got kind of got a telepathic, kind of a psychic connection to tiger sharks. So I'm not quite sure why it's called Mako, but we'll go with that. Oh my god! So feature wise on this one again, two brand new 2K restorations, brand new auto commentaries for both the films with director Grefe, um, brand new introductions with Grefe. So these are not archival commentaries. The Naked Zoo and Mako, they each got their own like brand new commentary. So this one's really getting into like a lot of features. William Greffe's original '92 director's cut of the Naked Zoo, painstakingly resembled from various source materials. The alternate version of the Naked Zoo, the one that had like more nudity in it, apparently. Um, so kind of recommend that one, as originally re-edited by its original theatrical distributor, featuring added gratuitous nudity and performance by blues rocker Canned Heat. 100% non-director approved. I think so, Anthony. I think that the American Horror Project Volume 3 is still on the cards. But I'll be honest with you, I thought this would have been American Horror Project Volume 3 because it kind of it's like it's unofficially is. They could have easily put, and I think they should have put a a banner, American Horror Project presents volume up, presents the William Griffey collection on here. Got to see what gifts Nathan Jones, YouTuber, sent to Cyril at midnight. I did not actually. I know what Nathan Jones sent me. He sent me coffee, and I got a mustache comb. I didn't show it on here, but me and my better half have actually been drinking the coffee a lot. So a lot of coffee drinking in there. Okay, so aside from ultimate version, beyond the movie, that's Shark Exploitation, which looks to be really cool. A deep dive into the history of shark films with author, film journalist Michael Gingle. This will go really well with the one that I got from Severin Films, The Cruel Jaws, where Rebecca McHenry actually talks about films. The Aquamaid Speaks, a brand new audio interview with Mako actress Jennifer Bishop. Just so you know, when they announced like the set and they talk about special features. None of these special features that I'm reading off right now were mentioned. Like this one actually looked to be the lowest amount of features, and this has the most. Yep, January the 1st, Jesse. I'm actually extremely excited. Sharks, Stalkers, and Sasquatch, a brand new audio interview with Mako writer Robert Morgan. Mako Super 8 Digest version, which is really cool. Mako original trailers and promos. Stills gallery, reversible sleeve, and newly commissioned art by the Twins of Evil. So there we go again. So this one here gets the Naked Zoo, both versions of it, and Mako, because gotta have the coolness. Naked Zoo should be a fun one. I that's the Rita Hayworth when she was like older. And you guys know I'm a big Rita Hayworth fan. Oh, I love the cover for this one. So this is the last but definitely not least. This is Whiskey Mountain, and this one here has Christopher George in it. And I'm a really big Christopher George fan. That's what I'm doing right now, Alan. Though I don't like the word fans. I think so. I think some of the archival commentaries are ported over from the Something Weird releases, like the ones with Grefe and Frank Canaletta. Where I don't have them, so you got seriously drunk watching Sing of Death. That's pretty awesome. I love the cover for They Came from the Swamp, actually. This is really nice. There we go. So hopefully you guys can see that. I'm still getting used to the camera up here. Do, 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 do. Yes, please. If you haven't hit the like button, it will be 110% appreciated because it does a lot for my channel. And when you come in and don't hit the like button, I cry a little inside. Hey there, Kubrick. Welcome, man. I'm not quite sure what noise you're talking about. Oh, you mean the ding noise? Yeah, that was like a message when it came on my Facebook, so it came up. So it dinged right there. So that was me. Then thank you, Cinematic Collector, by the way. You're the you got the first tip in the jar, and you got the first thing to come up on the and you got the thing come up on the screen tonight. So feature-wise, what are we looking for? We're looking at a new 2K restoration for the film, of course, Whiskey Mountain. I'm really excited with Whiskey Mountain because it's more of like a kind of a odd deliverance actiony style film. A brand new extended cut of the Came from the Swamp. So basically, if you watch the probably Arrow or the Shutter version, it's probably a bigger edition of that. Actually, it came up on my side in kind of a mini feed thing. So thank you, Cinematic Collector. We got a brand new audio commentary from for Whiskey Mountain with director Wim Grefe, a newly filmed introduction for Whiskey Mountain. Uh, the Crown Jewels. This is actually really interesting for me. I'm a big fan of the Crown International Pictures, and apparently there's a featurette on Crown International Pictures. What's that set behind me on the bottom? It's one big set. This one, oh, this is the Friday Third. Oh, you want me to see that, would you? Oh no, that's the 4 Power Ranger sets that came up from Chef Factory. There's also William Griffey short on here, Bacardi and Coke Bonanza. On location, Griffey in Miami. An archival tour of filming locations with director William Griffey. Whiskey Mountain trailer, promo gallery. They Came from the Swamp deleted scenes. A bonus exploitation trailer gallery. That should be interesting. Reversible sleeve, the newly commissioned Whiskey Mountain art by the Twins of Evil, and original They Came from the Swamp art. So a lot of really cool stuff on here. And now let's look at what's the other stuff that's in the set. So first off, looks like we got a poster. So let's actually unfold this right now on camera. So you guys can see. And I love the artwork here. And look on the back. This is amazing here. Welcome to Florida. I adore this. Yeah, this is definitely one of the top sets of 2021. So sorry, 2020. I'm already wishing for 2020. All right, so we also get a book here as well, and it is hardcover. There's the back of the book. And there's neat things on the inside, like there's the pictures from Sting of Death. Yes, that is the costume. I, well, I'm guessing it's more of a rights thing, and which ones they have the rights to. This is Stanley right here, by the way, guys. Just for those that don't know the film, but they actually do talk about it in here. They talk about like a lot of Griffey's films. There's some great like little pictures on here, by the way. So extremely cool stuff. Again, thank you so much, George, because this is incredible. Hey, I do get the message, cinematic collector, and thank you so much, by the way. Oh man, I love booklets. I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of read. I do read in the bathroom, and so they may be bathroom reading material. So this is the kind of the L card, which I'll take off right now to put aside because I do try to keep these. And I'll put it over here for right now, so I can put it in somewhere safer, so you can see what the box looks like. So this is came from the swamp. It is an amazing gift. It is a very generous gift. Watch the documentary first. Do you think so? I kind of want to watch Sting of Death first. Your messages pop up on my screen. Uh, I'll see if I can figure out a way to get the messages to come up on the screen here as well. I am adding in new like things every once in a while. To I'm trying like one or two things. Quick question: what sets are those above the Power Rangers ones? This is the Twilight Zone right here. Hey Arnold, the Ultimate Collection, the complete TV series and two movies plus bonus content. Gunsmoke seasons 1 to 4, and Alfred Hitchcock, the Masterpiece Collection. So let's move scare package. This part came from the swamp right there. Anybody ever notice the commentary on scare package where it literally says creators commentary on the film, commenting on other films that have better commentary tracks? So I kind of love that. Now over here you see like I have a lot of my stuff here now put in the background. So if I want to grab it, oh I love the hair on it. Uh, so for instance, there's the 2018 Vinegar Syndrome catalog. I don't think they did one for 2020. I got the two that came out. So when I want to look at the back order stuff, then I dive into these here. I got a few sets there, indicator sets behind me, which you can't see because you know my back is covering them right now. Hey there, Grindes, Vanessa. Suck you. Yep, Air releases more Fulci or Argento box sets in 2021. I'm really hoping that what we're going to get is a collaboration with the Shameless, so we can finally get that big edition of Four Flies and Grey Velvet that many of us like Argento fans really want. I'm a huge fan of like the regional horror, and the cool thing about regional horror is that like now like it's become big with the American Horror Project box sets and the William Grefe box set, and also Vinegar Syndrome is doing their own regional horror box set in 2021. So I'm actually really excited about that as well to see exactly what to do with their regional horror set, see what we'll get on it. It'll be really interesting to see. Scare Pack, you like Scare Package? It was a really cool film. Cold opening, I think, was my favorite part of it. I will be doing a full review of the Griffey set down the road. Um, so you'll be able to see that on here. And I'll do some reviews on both my regular channel and my Patreon channel as well. I lost a patron today, actually. I was sad. 2017, 2018 only. Yeah, those are the only ones I got. I never managed to get the trailer, like Blu-ray or DVD or whatever it was. It came with one of the catalogs, but I did get both the catalogs. I got to check it out. I've missed that review, so I got to check that out. I did. I heard just before I came on here, actually, unfortunately, I heard that Don Wells had passed away. Uh, and from exactly what you think. It is going to be a really interesting Vinegar Syndrome set. Really think it is because they're going to do their own unique things. I can't see Vinegar Syndrome topping the special features and stuff that was put in uh, by uh, by Arrow with their releases. But it'll be interesting to see what they can do. Now know officially, and you got some of you guys mentioned there in the comment section, that Arrow Video is opening up its doors again. Its website on January the 1st. Liptus Monster. I forgot about that one. There's a lot of great regional horror films, and I think now is a really good time to look into that as well. Indicator of the Rights to Irreversible. That's a hard watch, though. I mean, I love the film. It's really well done. And if they put out a big special collector's edition, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably buy it. That being said, it's a hard watch. I'm not sure have we ever seen Irreversible. It's not light entertainment. It's not one of those movies where you're gonna be like, I think I'll put on. It's a nice light evening. Just saw your last message come in. No, dude, that's what I appreciate it, man. Tomas, thank you for the donation there. I'm sorry if the donations pop up like a little bit late for me when I see them. So if I don't mention it right away, I do apologize. Do I think Vinegar Cinema will ever release newer horror films? I think right now, Regman, I don't think so. There's so much like of the older stuff that they can still go for, and especially when you like taking like foreign and the drop doing going to regional horror. Do I think Irreversible fits the Indicator label? I do actually, Anthony. One of the early Indicator releases that came out was Hardcore with George C. Scott. And if Hardcore can fit the Indicator label, then I'm pretty sure that Irreversible can as well. Kamichi release of Irreversible. I think we have like an old like DVD of Irreversible here somewhere that my better half owned before I even met her. She watched it once and she said, she could not do it again. Understandable. She loves the actors and that's Shit, the Vinegar Center finally sent you a package. So yes, let's get an update on where my package is right now. I do this on every video now. So let's find out where my package is. Where's my Vinegar Syndrome package? So item was processed at 5:05 in Sydney, which is 45 minutes away from here. And they're still saying January 5th for the delivery date. If all goes well, though, guys, we could see if, fingers crossed, if they do a lot of deliveries tomorrow, you may see me unboxing my Vinegar Syndrome package right here live on this channel tomorrow, which is New Year's Eve. So would any of you guys be like down for a New Year's Eve unboxing? Hey there, Sumo. Welcome, man. Do I think the February titles? I'm not quite sure. I mean, I would like to think so because we're going into January. Sometimes the January titles are so amazing. Like there are your Mayflix order came in today. Nice. There's a version of Irreversible that goes from end to start. That kind of ruins it though, doesn't it? You're right. Because like many of these kind of like, hey there, Judah Cinema. Like many of these kind of trippier or like films, uh, the Christopher Nolan films, for instance, they kind of play with time. Nolan loves to play with time. Um, you need to have that in that context. You can't go outside of it. Oh, you kicked your channel out there. Welcome, man. So, oh yeah, new setup. What do you think? So basically, fingers if it comes in, guys, fingers crossed. I promise you that I will do my complete Vinegar Syndrome unboxing and a couple T-shirts in there because I was sent a from my good friend Craig. I'm not sure if Craig's here tonight, and I got and actually was able to get a T-shirt that I was looking at. Do I collect AGFA? I do, Anthony. I've only got around four AGFA releases right now, but I would like to get more. I don't know yet. That's the thing, Jesse. Um, thanks, Barrett. I, hopefully it'll all be there. Like all the packages have been, they've shown that's all come. I did try to get the most of them to come together. Yes, I guess here. Got you the fly set. Welcome. Welcome. Congratulations. So, so yeah, if my Vinegar Syndrome package comes in tomorrow, guys, I promise you that you'll get a New Year's Vinegar Eve Vinegar Syndrome unboxing, which would be fantastically perfect because New Year's Day, January the 1st, Vinegar Syndrome opens up their website again. So we'll have a lot to talk about during the unboxing and so much to look at as well. So you're lucky, Red Raven, because like Dollarama gets nothing here. Like we don't get there's no chance of getting any of that stuff. What do I like about Cemetery of Terror? Absolutely everything. It's I just love that film, and it was on like one of my top movies of 2020, and I strongly stand by that one. I love Cemetery of Terror. I don't have Night the Strangler, and it's been a long time since I've seen it, so I really can't tell you like on my thoughts on it. I'd be lying to you. There's a reason, Ragnar, that Cemetery of Terror sold out like faster than the other ones. Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees, yeah, and his daughter Amy Dolenz, she was an actress too. I do want Crash. Oh, speaking of which, for 2021, what I'm looking to do, hopefully, is I'm looking to get more indicator and arrow video releases. So you're going to see more of that on my channel. Uh, there because Arrow's coming out with a lot of really good 4Ks right now. I've only got Flash Gordon so far. I spoke to my good friend Brian Sauer from Just the Disc Pearson, my podcast and the Just the Disc YouTube channel, and he uh, he watched King of New York today on the 4K, and he said it is utterly stunning. Everyone's second favorite monkey. Who's your first? Yeah, the Criterion. The Criterion is gorgeous too. I just want it in 4K because Crash is a beautiful film. Like, but if you're not a 4K, setup, not going to matter. But for me, I've got a 4K setup and I gotta have more 4K films. I'm going to try to get more 4K releases and more 4K genre releases in 2021 as well. I want to dive in and grab some of those Blue Underground releases. I love to get some of those, especially Daughter of Darkness, Vigilante. Those two titles like really stand out. Head is a trippy film. You got to be on a pretty illicit substances to get get in the head. I think not understand it, but just like to actually just to watch the film. Got the region free player. Nice. If you origin with indicator already, I'm actually going to be doing like a region free, like so you're collecting region free now, video in the near future if you guys would like that. So in your Dark Force order that was shipped September 6th, what did you get? The Black Dragon, Death Rage, and Yeti Giant of the 20th Century. Oh, no. Oh, that does sound fun. You got the 4K crash, but you don't have the 4K player yet. Well, you're future proofing, right? You're future proofing. That's what I was doing first. We bought like an Xbox Series S, Xbox One S, right? Which was the first Xbox to have a 4K player included on it. And then we started buying a couple 4Ks, like 4K Blu-ray releases, because most 4K releases at the time were both. My Severin order like shipped out really quickly, but it just recently, like very recently, actually got sent out. Now that one is also supposed to be here on January 5th, and that just processed in Mississauga, so that one I expect to be here on January 5th. So I only got a small Severin order, so I'm not like so a lot of you guys probably get the big order, but not me. Like Dungeon Studio, I can honestly say, region like going region free is you mightn't think it, but it is really going to change the way that you collect. Like the companies you're going to look at now that you weren't able to look into before. The Arrow video stuff, the UK stuff that they do, because it's so much better. BFI, Eureka stuff, 88 Films, Indicator Films, just so many great companies. It is, it really is for a collector, for a physical media collector. Going region free is kind of a life changing experience. No Way Home, Anthony looks amazing. It's one that I kick myself for not picking up actually, because it is such a good title. On the 101 film sale, are they shipped to North America or is it delayed because of what's going on? I think they're shipping here. Everything's delayed. Like, let's be honest. Like, uh, Second Sight. Thank you, Shadow. Forgot it was Second Sight, and I should never forget Second Sight because they do amazing stuff. For Zavi, buy one get one free arrow sale. Ooh, that'd be nice. Like, what did you order many or? But everything's being slightly delayed. But it's not like it is like from like I think Europe to the UK right now. The stuff is getting like it's getting stopped. But like from North America to the UK, it's still pretty good. I'll be honest with you guys. When I ordered my indicator set that I got was the Fu Manchu cycle. That came really fast. I gotta say, like you ordered from Indicator Dungeon, good choice. That was the ones that came extremely fast for me. That's been UK and EU. No, we're not affected yet. Not yet, anyway. Second Sight's the reason you got a region free player was a good reason because they got some sexy stuff, man. My I've got, of course, if you can find it, Massacre Central. I like it. It's a bit pricey, but the transfer is apparently pretty immaculate. Hey there, Amir, and it's got some great features on it. So if you like that style of film, like watch the trailer for Massacre Central and see if that's something that you're into. For me, it is because that's part of my youth. I remember that film a lot. I think Crime Wave from Indicator will be worth picking up. Do you like Sam Raimi? Like Crime Wave is an earlier Sam Raimi film. I enjoy it. So there was like a North American release earlier on, and I used to have it. I don't have it anymore. So like I'll probably be picking up. It's not one of my first like choices when I go for indicator releases. but it's definitely different, and it just goes to show you like how much of a like what a difference their like indicators doing with their stuff. 101 Films, Phase 4. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Dungeon. I'm not sure if you're into exploitation, but the Rab they put out 101 Films put out Rabid, the great Dave Cronenberg, and they put out Rabid, the Soska Sisters one. And if you buy them both, then you get a 2 hour long exploitation documentary, which I would kill for. Dorado film. I don't know much when it comes to Dorado. I remember there was a release, and that was it. Did it ever come out? Because I honestly don't know. I remember it was on, wasn't it on the Mondo Macabro website that Dorado, like some Dorado films came out. I would really have to watch Crime Wave again before I could actually even say. But yeah, memory serves me correctly. Yeah, there's influence for that. And Phase 4 is the one with the ants. Yeah, Eureka does a lot of great releases. Eureka does some really cool like Jackie Chan stuff and like some like Shaw Brothers and that as well. Same as like 88 Films. If you're collecting like martial arts stuff, if you like the kind of the 70s 80s uh martial arts like titles, man, you in for like a treat now that you're region free. What film did I mention on a previous stream about a deaf person? Deaf person. It's called Mute Witness. No, Mute Person actually. Mute Witness. It is about a mute girl that is working on a movie set in over in Germany, and she's there after hours. And when she goes there, um, she sees them filming a snuff film. Sees the girl actually getting killed, and it's a chase film after that. Is it really just Franco's Volume 2 set? Pre-order since 2015? Holy crap. My watch pile is about to become pretty much out of control, uh, because I've got quite a few like from the from I got the 7 films in the set plus the documentary. I have a few to watch from my Scorpion releasing set, and I got to watch the Norman J. Warren ones. Dungeon, have a great evening there, man, and come in when I do the region free video. We'll talk. But and plus there's the Vinegar Syndrome stuff coming and the Severance stuff that I wasn't expecting that my better half got me. And in January sometime the Mondo Macabro titles that I have coming as well. Not to mention stuff I just haven't got around to yet. I got a whole Gamma box to review eventually on this channel. I would like to get more UK releases in the new year. That's one of the things I want to do, like Indicator. Yeah, that's it. Indicator, Arrow Video, 88 Films, Eureka, stuff like that. I would like to grab some more UK titles. Where I'm going to be eventually, one of these days, hopefully, moving to Morocco, and all the films there are going to be Region Two anyway. Um, then I would like to start like beefing up my Region Two collection before, like hopefully with sometime next year maybe. If we move to Morocco, I want to beef up my Region Two collection right now. You guys got so quiet all of a sudden, or did my chats just stop refreshing? So I'm going to refresh my chat and see if you guys are actually talking. Honestly, Anthony, that's probably the best question they could have asked me. Has Blu-ray collecting helped me get through this year? Yes, tremendously. It has been a rough year here, uh, like from all the craziness that's going on in the world to basically just, if you follow my channel, what's happened for in my life in the last couple months. Work's got extremely hard, extremely stressful. I lost my grandmother, the woman that raised me. Does Kino ship to Canada? They do ship to Canada, though. If you're buying Kino stuff and you're in Canada, just make sure because some releases don't are actually the only ship to the United States, so they don't ship to Canada. So movies like The Pit, for instance, or movies like The Bitch or The Stud, You can't get those here in Canada. Because if you go on to the Kino website, it doesn't let you buy them. Heard of the company Gold Ninja? I haven't. Some cheap Blu-rays in small numbered batches, mostly public domain movies. You're becoming a troll, Kubrick. uh, but uh, but yeah, it has helped. It's helped a lot for me when it comes to when it comes to this, like collecting, diving into my movies, diving into my books more recently too, and just coming here. Like there's a reason I did this setup uh, right now, and basically that's because like things outside have been a bit rougher. So anything that distracts me is fantastic. I'm blessed to have a fantastic better half, which by the who you saw actually on here for the one of the first times probably yesterday if you're on the video because she accidentally popped in. She didn't mean to. Why am I moving to Morocco? My better half fragments from Morocco, and she spent the last was it since I've known her? I guess the last 10 years or so. Yeah, and some of them because we were together. So the next portion of our life, we're going to Morocco. Do I like it better than Canada? I like it better than where I'm at right now. I'll tell you that. I like lots of aspects of Morocco. I haven't ordered from Diabetic DVD yet, but I do want to because one, I've heard great things about the company. Two, yeah, I've also heard that they're. You can also hear like when my messages pop up on Facebook now, right? Uh, so I've also heard that they're, it's a smaller company that they're actual like, they're movie fans. I would love to get some of their Cauldron releases down the road. Well, 100% would love to get some of those. When I see a company like Diabolic DVD or and smaller companies like that, you see Golden Ninja right there. The Warlock is putting a link to. I do try to support them as much as I can. It does get pricey, a bit expensive. I would like to get something from Sterling, from David Sterling, probably the Camp Blood set down the road. I spoke to them actually. Yeah, that was my Kubrick. That was my whenever a message pops up, I don't I gotta sign out. I guess Facebook when I'm on here sometimes because my Facebook messages will pop up. You won't see them, but they'll pop on the screen here, and you hear like a kind of a notification, which is kind of cool. So a couple questions for you guys that have been like seeing this now since like I guess since yesterday. How are you liking the setup right now? Actually, Brian will, or Trash, I guess will, because it's kind of your nickname now. Uh, what I'm going to have to do for a lot of it is we're taking some of it like a bit at a time. Hold on, because I'm upstairs, I can actually show you. So, just give me a sec. So I have a few of these. One is actually Morocco already. No, I've never actually. Yeah, about 5 or 6 years ago, I sold some movies on eBay, and I got ripped off, and I never sold anymore. Hey, Sumo, have a great evening there, man. Hopefully, if my Vinegar Syndrome comes tomorrow on, you'll be on the stream. And so it's got like a bunch of, gotta make sure, titles I show, like different titles and stuff like that here. I also have a huge, like a case too, like a big kind of, I can't lift it up right now, it's a heavy case that's filled with around like 1,000 or so movies that's ready to go to Morocco. See, I know a lot of like YouTubers that are either gamers or or so like they go out and they do their hunting videos and they flip and stuff like that. But for me, I would have to like I guess get like a different alternate copy or something of a film because I like once I get a movie, I it's something that's usually what I keep. Because I no film. I was asked before if I ever got a film that I regretted buying, and in all honesty, maybe like if it gave me got a visceral reaction from me at the beginning. Oh yeah, I'm bringing the cases. So what I'm doing, trash basically, is uh is we're taking all the stuff that we're going to be taking here, and we're packing it up like my movie cases and stuff like that, and we'll be putting them in a lot of the movies because not everything's going to be able to go in like in packages. So what we're going to do is we're going to crate them across, and it'll take about 2 months, but it'll crate across from here to Morocco. So it's going to go across on a boat. I'll probably get some insurance before then, but I probably won't be the person that's looking into that. There'll be that'll be situated. Hey, Rejects, have a great night, man. Get ready for your stream tonight. So once I'm done here, or if you want to, Rejects is having a stream there, so make sure you check him out because he does some really great streams and he does some really great videos. And Happy New Year, Reject. Hopefully I'll get to see part of your stream. I am so excited to come up here basically and spend some time with you guys now. Because I'll be honest, before I was like, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, work it was a work day. I am streaming on OBS Streamlabs, Logan Toxic. And by the way, thanks for coming in. It's been a while. I have figured out StreamYard, Logan. So sometime in the near future, when you're not busy, we'll set up for maybe for when a sale or something's coming up. I'll finally have you on the channel. For those that don't know, when Vinegar Syndrome were doing their halfway to Black Friday, this is how far back this is. When Vinegar Syndrome were doing their halfway to Black Friday sale, I initially wanted to have Logan come on, and we were going to go live together and talk about like before the sale happened. Uh, I found out very quickly that Google no longer does the Hangouts, which made it really hard. And I didn't know how to use StreamYard at that point or Streamlabs. But slowly but surely getting things situated. I'm actually very curious right now. So I am going to open up my. I got to make sure it's turned down though first because I only hear my voice on. Because I was just curious to see how this stream looks from the other side of it. Oh wow! So the tip jar shows stuff and everything. That's kind of cool. Thank you, Cinematic Collector. I'm enjoying this setup a lot. It gives me a lot more like I get to use my my camera on my on here. I know it's not as good as the camera that I have on my iPad. I'll eventually I'll get a web camera. I'm saving up for that to for for better picture quality. But this gives me I think uh, better audio from what I've heard from the feedback that I've heard. I get better audio from here than I do from like my when I'm doing video on my iPad. For some reason, it gets a little bit lower on the iPad, but here it does tend to be a little. You can hear me better, or that's what I've heard. Let me know if that's not the case. I can actually take up my iPad or and actually show you guys stuff on here. Um, Eventually, when I work this around, when there's a sale or something going on, what I can do is I can pretty much mirror my computer, and we can actually look through the sale site together right here live on the channel, and that is going to be really fun to do. So when there's a big sale coming out, so I'll be interested in doing a bit of that as well. So there's a lot of different things you can do when it comes to this. Exactly, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Warlock. So basically, yeah, to show like web pages. um, so that'll be really interesting to do as well. Because for sales, and I've seen people do this. Reject, by the way, who just was just on here. He did like a Black Friday stream, which I really enjoyed. Michael Keane did one as well. Um, and both those were really good. And I want to be able to do stuff like that. I want to be able to like go on, like talk to you guys and like be chatting with you here. Southland, I mean, I like Southland Tales, but it's not for everyone. It's definitely a cool little trippy film. I found it fun, but look into it a bit first. Some people hated Southland Tales. Full screen, split screen. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm looking into. So when I get Logan on there too, basically we'll do like a stream yard, and kind of do it like that. To buy any DVD from Vinegar Cinema, or just Blu-ray. Well, they don't have a lot of DVDs that are out good anymore. I don't think Vinegar Cinema does much well, they do DVDs when if you're talking about the older stuff, like their adult stuff. For instance, the Peakoramas, the older Peakoramas, pre 2021, are all were all DVD, except there were a couple, like the Candy double feature and stuff like that were Blu-ray. But yeah, I do. So yes, I do have a few of those. See, I'm not a person that like is like dead set. Like I gotta buy the latest format. Um, I'll buy whatever movie, whatever format. Like if a movie's available in it and I like the movie, then I gotta grab it. So basically, if you want to get like the DVDs from Vegas Cinema, Morlock's right. They're not producing anymore. So yeah, I'm guessing a lot of those early DVD ones are going to become like kind of limited right now, aren't they? Thank you, Cinematech. I am loving the new format myself. Uh, I was told by somebody that found it hard to find the conversation on the stream before, that they're finding it a lot easier now that's right on screen. And I think that'll help too, because I did like a while back have a viewer on here that was hearing impaired, and it made it a little hard for him sometimes to like to know exactly what I was talking about, especially if I was just randomly saying something and he didn't know what because he didn't have the thing come up on the screen on the side of the screen. It's a lot easier because you can look at it now and see, you know, you don't have to wait for it to process, because often once these videos are done, you can still watch them, but the chat on the side of the screen isn't available. So if anybody doesn't know how a live video works and doesn't know about the chat function, and that I'm talking back and forth to you guys, then it sounds like I'm like totally insane and I'm talking to all the voices in my head because there's nothing to say. I have no idea, pizza sandwich, because I have no idea what like honestly I talk movies, so uh that's my thing here. Does Deadly Games look good in 4K? I think so. Well, uh, like I really like Deadly Games. And not only does it look good, but it sounds really good too. Oh yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of things that just don't get released on Blu-ray or 4K. There's some things that still don't get released on DVD. There's things that basically have have yeah, like are just like VHS or releases. Does my better half like Three's Company? Not as much as me. I grew up with it. Like she grew up in Morocco, so Three's Company wasn't like a show for her when she was. It's like she liked some of the. I showed her some of the bigger episodes. Well, I'll be watching AEW tonight. More, I kind of want to Cinematheque, and I kind of don't want to because it's so sad. I was a huge Brody Lee fan, so the fact that John Huber's gone at such an early age, it's just it's like on heart. It was shocking to me, and with Eddie as well. Got the Dungeon of Harrow Invitation to Death. Oh, nice. Dungeon of Harrow. They're fun films. Do I have Shutter? I do have Shutter. Do I watch Joe Bob Briggs? I do occasionally. Unfortunately, I don't get to watch him enough. And but Shutter stuff. Hey there, Flip. Welcome, man. Do you like the new format? So this is Scare Package from Shutter. So if I really like a Shutter like film, I do try to find it in the stores and support physical copies of it. I do think RoboCop will get a 4K in it eventually. Is MGM catalog selling to niche companies? No, I mean I don't know. Jesse, from what I heard, they had a so many billion-dollar price tag put on their entire catalog. So it doesn't look like they're selling like off in slices, like a pizza. It looks like they're selling it in basically in one big lump sum. So that depends. Like somebody's got to pick it up, and if they do, that's the thing. How's my Wednesday so far, Flip? It's been work was work, but this part of it's better. Oh, I got from my good friend George. Came from the swamp. Flip, I recommend it, man. If you like regional horror, if you got those American Horror Project sets, you got to pick it up, man. It's fantastic. I watched a video. I know you don't know this because I wasn't talking on it, but I watched a video stream last night. At the time, you were talking about why you didn't understand why people would buy like so many different editions of the exact same anime. Just so you know that I actually was watching. Apple are leading the way for MGM. Really, that's interesting. Actually, I can see it because Apple, if anybody needs the content, Apple does. Is there a Blu-ray of Blood In, Blood Out? I don't have that one. I don't know if maybe somebody here will know. Does anybody know about Blood In, Blood Out? Dan is wondering about it. Hey there, Dutch Film Buff. Welcome, man. Yeah, see, you don't always know when I'm watching. I'm like Santa that way, Flip. But I'm often watching. That's like with a lot of you guys when it comes to like videos and streams and stuff like that. Just because I don't talk doesn't mean I'm not there. I don't think physical media is going to go extinct. I really don't. I think there's always going to be, even like if it's going to be smaller down, like a collector's niche. We're all going to, and that's what we're seeing now. This is the collector's part of physical media. I think this is where we're going to see it stay for a while. I do eventually think that some people are going to get tired of like the streaming aspect of it, and you're still going to have the casuals that just want to watch the streaming part of it. But you're still going to have people that want to own their films, and that's and if there wasn't, man, like put it to you this way: if physical media was like seriously, like in a serious danger of like dying, uh, you would not be getting a William Grefe box set or anything like this. Apparently, there's a Dutch DVD of Blood In, Blood Out, or a or Norman J. Warren set, for instance. Indicator and Arrow, two of the best companies out right now. Also, Vinegar Syndrome. I know I know that's your big theory that a lot of movies will get gate kept. But what I think, Warlock, is that's going to affect more of the casuals, more appearances on Just to This podcast. Tell Brian if you guys want to see more, want to hear more of me on Just to This podcast. Let Brian know. The good thing about that, even if like what you're saying does kind of come to happen, Warlock, this is the one thing that I'm gonna say that might actually make you feel a little bit better. Um, when streaming services are looking like to get films, then and you things that they might gatekeep with, then they'll be looking at stuff like Gone with the Wind, Citizen Kane, a lot of the Marvel stuff, the DC like universe stuff, a lot of that stuff, a lot of the stuff that a lot of people watches. What I love the artwork. See, some people you gotta be like the Twins of Evil, or you don't. Know me, I love them. But here's the thing, Warlock. The sets that I just showed you are not movies that companies are going to be like, I'm gonna that they're those are ones we're gonna hold back. No, they're gonna hold back the big stuff. That's what they hold back on. What do I think of of 3D Blu-rays? For a while there, pizza, I thought they were dead. But recently, with with stuff coming out like the Friday the 13th 3D, 3D Blu-ray, Vinegar Cinema doing Silent Madness, uh, it, I'm hoping to see a bit of a comeback. And we can see it a bit now. Like even though the 3D TV sets kind of like you don't have a lot of them anymore, um, we do have VR now and a lot of different VR sets. And if you got a VR headset, for instance, like if you got a PlayStation VR, you can watch 3D movies. So VR has brought like a whole new like aspect to 3D films again. So we may start to get more there. Well, collectors are more going to more independence right now. Like we're for the Vinegar Syndromes, the Severins, the Indicators, the Arrow Videos of the world. Hey there, Vaz. Welcome back, man. But yeah, it's going to be the big titles, big titles, animation, for instance, anything that's going to get on like a large amount of viewership. If they gatekeep it all, that's what you're going to be looking at. I haven't seen any 4K 3D TVs. That doesn't mean there's not. I just don't know of any right now. I really think that they're waiting on Jack Frost too. There may have been like a rights issue. Uh, just getting it is just nothing. See, 3D as on TVs at this point is dead, but 3D, the fact that 3D movies are still coming out, not so much. Like Man Magician came out this year from Indicator Films. Um, a lot of 3D shorts. There's still 3D stuff that's coming out. Do I buy movies for collector's purposes? I'm sorry about Crash and Criterion and 4K from Arrow. I can understand why because different features, right? I buy movies that I love. So much like Brian, I think. Twilight Time Resurrected. That's true. I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes in the new year. Yeah, no, never ditch DVD, man. Yeah, so when they went 4K for the home, 3D was left behind. It'll be interesting to see how it goes in the future. If Because here's what they're going to look at. Here's what the what TVs are going to be looking at, and TV makers are going to be looking at in the future. How well are the Avatar sequels going to do? Because I can tell you this: if the Avatar sequels tend to start to do really well, and I'll tell you right now, James Cameron is 110% uh, behind behind 3D technology. Um, then yeah, you're going to start seeing some more stuff. If Christopher Nolan suddenly came out with the film that he wanted to do in 3D, then yep. And Pizza Snitch is right. There is actually 4K there with the passive 3D capabilities. I think it's a cyclical thing, Warlock. It always has been with 3D. Ever since I've been a kid, 3D kind of comes and goes. Now we didn't have the option to watch it like at home, except for like with the Anograph 3D every once in a while when I was younger. But 3D was kind of this niche thing that like companies would come out with, like, and every once in a while the studios would go behind it. They'd go behind it like really strong. Then they'd stop doing it. Hey there, Rourke, welcome, man. And then they'd come back again in a few years and do it again. I think we're always going to see 3D kind of make its way back, but it's going to be a cyclical thing. For news in the UK likes to review 3D movies. I was watching a few like 4K best 4K releases of 2020 last night actually. So I was listening. I got to listen to. I'm not sure if you guys have watched the channel or not, but a guy named Brass Tacks, really funny UK 4K reviewer. It happens. I mean, like the hardest thing for 3D because I bought it. Obviously, like you can't see, and I can't obviously move my from there. But let's see if I can. Hold on. I'm gonna try something. That was a horrible picture. Delete that. Delete that. Go back and now it's still blurry. Bloody hell! I was trying to show you something. Forgotten Jelly Boxset Volume 3. I want to know what's on Volume 3. That's coming in February, actually. Well, I'm sure you know that because you just mentioned it. Anyway, what I got over there on the left-hand side of me is my 55-inch Toshiba 3D television set. Hey there, Spawn. Hey there. It's a nymph. Picked up American DVD of Blood and Blood Out, local Goodwill. So there's an American DVD out there at least. So I got like a 3D TV here and a 4K TV downstairs. If I have to bring a TV to Morocco, it's going to be the 3D one. But I'll probably actually just get rid of it and just start up new because it's a different like wattage than it. Five Nights at Freddy's live action movie? I guess why not? Well, you get such good stuff, Cinema Tech there in the UK. Hey, that's right. I forgot about that. That's a good point, Shadow. Have I digitized any of my VH? Not a single one of them, actually. I would not know how to go about doing that, which is a shame because I used to know how to do that, by the way. Can you get a 4K 3D all in one? I think it was mentioned up there that there's a Toshiba one, and I do think in the future we'll see how 3D goes. If people start buying 3D titles again, yeah, they'll make TVs for them. Yeah, the 3D version of like Friday 13th Part 3 is actually really really good. I always get asked recently what my they moved like a lot of different stuff, but they can always put it back. There's the thing. There's always the option to put it back. And I'm not quite sure how 3D technology works in those TVs. Um, I'm not a techie person, but yeah, projectors, for instance, yeah, they still have the option. I know a lot of projectors still have 3D options. But can you imagine if the tech is in there and it's got to be, they just got to like update it, and all of a sudden your TV's 3D. I want a 4K 3D combo TV. That cinematic collector is my dream. A 4K 3D combo television set, that'd be amazing. So I need LG to put one out so that I can get my Dolby Atmos, my Dolby Vision, and my HDR10 Plus as well. Hey there, PR. Welcome, man. VHD tapes on a VCR. Oh man, I miss VCR. And I got a few like VHS tapes here too, and stuff that's never been put on like on DVD at all. So that'd be interesting to check out. It depends on how much actual cost is put into like making a TV 3D. Is there actually a lot of cost put into it? I'd have to look that up. Oh, thanks. I mean, like my movie collection. I'm guessing you saw my other videos because not gonna see much here, but my movie room is downstairs. Well, my movie rooms. Yeah, right now for me, the best way for me to watch 3D is like just to put it on my PlayStation 4 VR. Now, if you do have a PlayStation 4 and you're going to a PlayStation 5, I mentioned it before, but for those that don't know, um, it's keep your PlayStation 4 camera because you're going to need it for the PlayStation VR. Rumor titles are Your Sweet Body to Kill, In the Folds of the Flesh, and Delirium. Oh, you mean Serena Grande? Because hell yeah, I want Serena Grande on Blu-ray. For those that know who don't know who Serena Grande is, Google her afterwards because she's this. If it's Delirium is the movie that I'm thinking of, then it stars Serena Grande, and oh yeah, I definitely want that. And it's such a freaky film too, because you got this guy like this killer, and they're seeing like these kind of like twisted like visions, and rather than like just where you normally just see like like a POV camera where you're seeing like the shot of the killer, um, you get to see if the killer like is seeing like kind of twisted images in his head. You see what his twisted images in his head are, which is really really good. So if that's the movie that I'm thinking it is, a Delirium with Serena Grande, then yeah, I will. Roberto Bava, that's the one. Um, then I would 110% watch that. That is a automatic. Like I ordered the film noir sets, like film noir, sorry, the jelly sets anyway. But that would be me like begging to my better half. Like I need to get this one, um, which would be really hard because we had the other two sets. So kind of like it's kind of hopefully a given at this point. One of the neat things that I own on VHS actually is a Stephen King like a short film collection with the Boogeyman and the Woman in the Room, which actually is kind of cool. Your wife rocks, man. Initially, the Warlock, the ones that had the rights to Delirium back in the day, was God, they put out a lot of stuff, but they didn't have very good quality a lot of the times, because they put it on a 3 pack. Yankee Do Die and Deadly Inheritance. There are so many good choices for Forgotten Jolly. Like people forget, like people forget that there's so much that hasn't come out yet. Oh, that's a very different Delirium, man. Mick Haggard. That's a much earlier one. I'm not sure if that was. I guess that's Giallo, but no. Hey there, Dagger. Welcome, man. But the one that we're talking about is like Shriek Show. Yeah, I had it on DVD. Thanks, Warlock. Because I have the Shriek Show DVD. Well, thanks to George, by the way. And if you haven't checked out George's channel, please do. Uh, I I would not have this set if it was not for the kindness and generosity of my good buddy George. And I did not know how amazing this set was. Holy crap! And it is so freaking colorful. I loved Wonder Woman 1984 and 84, and I will be grabbing it on on Blu-ray. It was on 4K actually, because it is exactly what I wanted it to be. Uh, because I needed a film that was light and hopeful and fun, and it was. I certainly hope not. I don't have nothing against Code Red or Scorpion, but I really hope that if Delirium is coming out in 4K, that is going to be a Vinegar Syndrome release because it really, really needs to be. I've got like Venom on 4K. I don't have the like the new release of it yet. Like I don't have the 4K, the sort of 3D version. Well, here's the thing, Cinematech. When the Forgotten Jelly Boxset Volume 1 came out, fans said, some fans were like, said, "Oh, these movies are too different and they're too like unknown." I was hoping the Forgotten Jelly Box would have some more known stuff, and and then when the second volume came out, and people were like, "Oh no, these movies are known. I know these movies. These movies are too unknown." You can't please everyone, unfortunately, because the people that are complaining are the people that are not going to be happy no matter what. Would I buy Delirium 4K if it came out from Dark Force? I'm going to give every company. 2021 is my blank slate. I'm cleaning the slate for any company from from 2020. So yeah, I probably would. I'm actually maybe buying Blue Monkey down the road from Dark Force. So Aula and Mirror Mirror, because those are movies that I want, and I don't want to let my any other bias that I have stop me from getting films that I actually really want to enjoy. So 2021 is a slate, was a clean slate. See, I liked it, and that's the reason I liked it. Like when it seemed like watch, not so much watching Superman 2 over again, but like in the fact that it was more is more Supermanish, more old school superhero. It was hopeful. I guess my like the one thing I like most about Wonder Woman is that the characters in this one, as opposed to the like the bad guys, for instance, are more fleshed out and they actually seem like real people. Whereas the only complaint I had from the original Wonder Woman, which I thought was fantastic, was that Ares, the villain Ares, at the end of it, really, it just was, it was blah. Like the reveal was like, oh, it's that guy that plays evil guys, and uh, and it didn't come off as big or epic. At least not for me. But everybody, like, that's the thing. I like the movie. Other people aren't going to like it, or they're going to have different views and thoughts on it, and that's fantastic because everybody's got their own like favorite films and stuff like that. For me, it's been a really rough year, and when I turned on that film, and it got to the point, without giving too much away, where it's easy as a you know, especially right now when things are going a bit rough, uh, and things are kind of tough for you, to forget, like they get stuck in the mire of like kind of the crappy stuff, right? And forget all the good stuff that's around you. And that was one of the things behind this film, was that at a time when hope is a little bit not such a big thing. Yeah, hope is Wonder Woman 84 brought back hope, and that in and of itself was a great thing for me. I'll always have one of these. That's it. Like that's your sappy minute for me for for this video. Dark Force are releasing their movies for MVD now. Oh, that's interesting. I went to look on their site a couple times, and the site was always down. I think it was back up like the last time I checked, but it was down a nice bit. Kind of like the Code Red site, kind of comes up and goes down again. You bought the Grefe set and Road Games, but it's traveling around the states right now. Well, you got to get a better. If Venom 2 is going to bring any more hope, then obviously needs a better wig for. Angry Joe doesn't like anything, man. That's why he's called Angry Joe. That's his stick. That's his gimmick. That's like asking if the angry video game nerd like what like the game that he played. No, he didn't. But like every, not everybody can like everything. There's the thing. But if you enjoyed like the earlier superhero films, if you enjoyed the Superman stuff, and you don't want to just get too edgy about it, then you're probably going to enjoy Wonder Woman 84. Oh man, that Catwoman movie was not good for anybody. Well, I guess it was for you, Alan, but yeah, no, no, I gotta say, I really like a lot of stuff DC's doing right now. I won't be changing my name to Angry Aaron. I don't think so. I did have like a thought at one point, Warlock, and which seems very, when I say this now, it's going to seem very unlike me. Um, where I was going to do these. So do I, Ragman, and I stick by my arguments. I saw Mr. Awesome, and I really enjoyed it. And I was going to do this whole shtick, basically, of certain videos. And so, I guess this was been 2 or 3 years ago. Uh, and it was going to be like just like a Mister like shake your damn head like SMTH character that I was going to do for like stuff that kind of just really frustrated me. I do have. I enjoyed it initially. I mean, I didn't like certain aspects of Batman versus Superman, but there's certain things I really liked in it. I liked Ben Affleck's Batman. I loved the suit, the way the suit was done. I love the Wonder Woman in it. Mr. Awesome, you gain cool points right there. I would like to see a second volume for Grefe. There's movies like Stanley, for instance, and then get put on this one, and they're like he's made a few films. Griffey, in a way, you hear a bit like Florida Man, and he is like actually kind of a Florida man. Can hope be done in under 2 hours. It was a perfect like time for me. Some people thought it was like, oh, is this a little bit too long? Like, have you watched it? Like many of the super movies, most of them are like, did you watch the Avengers? Pretty long, man. Or Kubrick. Or I'm just gonna put this out there. Maybe you're not the target audience for Batman versus Superman. It is an old stick. That's why I didn't do it. It was just at the time I was getting some comments and stuff that were just kind of frustrating me. And I thought, well, here's a way to go about doing it in like in a kind of comedic fashion. But I realized that's not my style. It would just be recycling something somebody else already did. They like Eminem's song in Venom. I think it did actually. I normally do like a lot of Eminem's music. I'm not saying I grew up with it, but I actually know it. For the animated DC movies, better. They are better. Uh, DC does much better animated films than Marvel does. That's for sure. Yeah, I've been there, man. Though to be fair, a Batman versus Superman wasn't this not it's not a cinematic classic in my opinion anyway. Uh, Definitely a lot of work could have been done on that. Like you want to talk about a movie that could use tightening. Whereas Wonder Woman 84, I thought went at a pretty quick pace, even to the point where I thought, well, Cheetah may have gotten like a bit of the short shift. Um, but Batman versus Superman, I was like, I don't know. The Martha thing did. I'm not gonna lie. I did kind of laugh when the Martha thing came up. Oh, but I get what they're doing. Air release of Silent Running. I need Silent Running. Such a good movie. I need to get. Has anybody seen the DC animated film Death in the Family? Because apparently, to give like kind of this option where you can choose the happy ending or the sad ending. Just Start Counting is one of my biggest recommendations for 2020, Groggy. It's I 100% agree with you. It's a fantastic film. Yeah, like it was well made. Uh, like I know it's gonna anger a bunch of people, but not really. It's okay. I mean, it's definitely I'll buy it down the road sometime if I can get it like really cheap. I get the 4K because apparently it's a good reference disc. Like there's some good like acting in it. Script wise, it's okay. It's not the greatest. I think it's one of those movies that I think, like in my opinion, and remember this is just my opinion. This is one guy's opinion. Um, I thought it was overhyped. I thought Joker was overhyped, and in today's climate, maybe a little bit dangerous for some people who are going to take it wrong. But you can't help that, man. It's with all movies. So you can take any movie wrong. Look at the Child's Play 3 like debacle back in the day. Death of Family has 9 endings. Are you serious? That's kind of cool. Oh no, I get the Martha. I just thought at the time it was funny. I like Silent Running actually. You know a movie that I would like to rewatch actually, which I gotta get because I think Paramount put out a good release of this one, if I'm correct. On the new Paramount like prestige label that they got, Fatal Attraction. I love Fatal Attraction actually. One of the videos that I plan to do is kind of like a video on some of the best thrillers of all time. And spoiler alert, Fatal Attraction's on the list. Joker's character is always overhyped, overused too, actually in the comics. But I do love the character of the Joker. I don't think for 1 second that there was one moment that I ever thought that Phoenix was playing the Joker from the comics book. Like never. That just didn't. No. Like if you haven't seen King of Comedy, like go watch King of Comedy. Uh, some people are gonna hate this. Like, don't downvote my video because I don't like a movie that you like. Please don't do that. Um, because like I say, everybody's got their own stuff they like. Hey there, Jack. Welcome. Oh, the dentist. I'm still having nightmares about my dentist experience. I'm sure that's gonna get a Blu-ray down the road. I'm more than likely both of them. Actually, I do like Cesar Romero's Joker. You gotta understand, like it's of his time, right? The Joker that he play when he plays the Joker, he's pretty much playing the Joker. Nicholson, for sure. But that's I was the age of in 1989 to see the film. I 100% understand if somebody's favorite Joker is Heath Ledger because he's an incredible actor and he did an amazing performance in that role. If it was animated, then it's Mark Hamill, of course. But for me, it's Nicholson and then Ledger. But I completely understand people like Ledger over over Nicholson, and I do like Romero. Oh yeah, like, in all honesty, that for me, and I will. Leto's horrible, but I don't think it's Leto's fault. I think it's the director's fault. One, like making the Joker look like that with damage on his forehead. He just looked like some kind of incel edge lord type character, which really wasn't fun. Uh, it's like or like a goth character back in the nineties. Look how edgy I am. I got damage on my forehead. No, and ha 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 ha, smiley face. That was really bad. Do I think True Lies will ever get a Blu-ray or 4K? I really do. Um, I'm not. I'm actually not sure why I didn't already. Hey there, Dave. War Games Forbidden Project Terminator as unofficial trilogy. I can see that. That's actually something that makes sense. That would be an awesome set, by the way. Put them together. Nicholson and Romero definitely more like the classic comics. Ledger did his own thing, and I you got to give him credit because with Ledger, like people that just came in with Batman Begins, maybe that was their first Batman film, uh, and when Ledger was going to do the Joker. Like Nicholson was known, he killed it as the Joker. And some people say like, oh, well, Nicholson was just playing Nicholson in the in Batman. Now Nicholson is playing the Joker, and it's just that that pretty much uh, the Joker character really fits Nicholson's persona, like the way that he does some of his roles. Nicholson's actually an extraordinarily great actor that in recent years has gotten like a lot of kind of blowback for saying, "Oh, all Nicholson's roles are the same." Um, Warlock, have a great night there, man, and thank you so much for coming in, and thanks for the help on the links and stuff. George, thank you so much for for the fantastic gift. I hope you have a great night, and because I know it's much later where you're at right now, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And guys, without George, this there would not be a stream here tonight. So everybody say night to George, because the George that you're seeing in here will hopefully channel you're subscribed to. If you like me, you should be subscribed to his channel. Uh, is a reason that this here is in my hands right now, and I'm extraordinarily grateful for that. Did you hear about Mondo Macabro's announcement? Yeah. Oh my God. I was just about to finish off my video because I'm starving. But before I do that, Mondo Macabro made an announcement today. So let's bring that up. Did everybody see it already? Yes, Alan. Thank you so much. Feel the tip jar. It's muchly appreciated. For those that don't know or came in late or have never seen my Streamlabs, one that I do right now, uh, anybody that ever wants to like is interested in donating, don't hit the super chat like one. There's a donation link down in the description bar down below, and it is 100% appreciated. When you do donate, your name comes across the screen, and often your messages show up too. So if you want to be all fancy and stuff like that. All right, so here we go. The Laughing Woman, which is a Radley Metzger film. Hey there, IB. Also known as The Frightened Woman, also known as Femina Riders, is coming out from Mondo Macabro. And I am super stoked to see that happen. Because I think I got I think I got one of these. I think I got Frightened Woman from Shameless Screen Entertainment. I got it for actually very cheap at FOP when I was in London. But I think it's a cut version. I'm pretty sure it's a cut version. So this one here, I think is going to be uncut, as far as I know, for the first time. So it stars Dagmar Lucinder for those that that don't know the film, and I like Dagmar. It's a bit of a different film, but it's Radley Metzger. So if you've ever seen a Radley Metzger film, then you kind of know what you're getting into. If you've seen like Score, Radley Metzger did that one. It started as a stage play, became a movie. In the stage play, Stallone was in it. Not even joking. Hey, Vaz, thank you. So just to let you know, hey, Trash, have a great night, man. Rather than doing the super chat thing, uh, although I do like stickers, if you hit the link in the description box down below, your name comes up on the screen, and I'm gonna be like kind of like doing some other things with that too. But thank you so much. Anyway, I'm starving. I gotta have some food. Um, is anybody at all excited about the Laughing Woman, the Frightened Woman, whatever you want to call it, coming out from Riley on Mondo Macabro? Because that's another Mondo that I kind of gotta have because I do like Radley Metzger stuff. I definitely got to get some more Metzger stuff from Arrow next year as well when they do their next sale. I don't own Score, and that's actually a pretty cool title too. All right, guys, you guys seem to be cinema. It's called Cinema Logo to use as a banner. Actually, not a bad idea, Alan. You had some great, really great ideas tonight. So, at 100 minutes and 52 seconds, worth looking into, Dick. Just check it out. Um, I am Aaron. This is my new layout for the Call to Cinema. You guys are the Call to Cinema. You guys rock, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying these videos. If you're on my Crimson Call, hopefully you're liking the scorecards. Champagne tomorrow, maybe. Tomorrow, champagne. But for tonight, it is time for tea. Thank you so much for joining me. He's already gone, but thank you, George, because without him, this video couldn't have gotten made. And for everybody that donated, for super chat and all that, you guys are awesome, and I will see you guys here soon. This is not the movie library in the movie study. Talk to you soon. Remember, if you're coming in late, if I get my Vinegar Syndrome package tomorrow, if it actually comes in, I will be doing here live tomorrow a live Vinegar Syndrome New Year's Eve.